Hey everybody, Jessica here, and I'm starting a new series on my channel called Artist Perspective, in which I review products based on my perspective of being a disabled artist. Today I'm going to review the 48 watercolor real brush pen set by the brand Arteza. All 48 pens come in a plastic case. I've been keeping them in the original box for the time being, but I would recommend getting a new container made of sturdier material for long-term use. Each pen has a single tip, as opposed to the Copics, Tombos, Prismacolors, and other pens like that. Those pens have two tips on them, and these pens have one. And that one tip is actually a real paintbrush. I believe it's made of nylon. In terms of size and shape, I think these pens are probably closest to the Tombow brush pens. Since I'm a disabled artist who uses these tools in my mouth, I really prefer my pens to have one tip instead of double. That way I'm not worried about biting through the plastic or making the ink explode in my mouth when I'm using them. But the barrel on these pens is really sturdy and made of thick plastic, so that I really can't bite through them, even if I tried. I probably could bite through them, but it's not like other pens I've tried where I barely squeeze it to get the cap off and the barrel cracks. It's not like that. As I said before, these pens come with a paintbrush tip instead of a solid foam tip, and that makes doing the art with these more like a marker paintbrush hybrid, and you can create effects that resemble watercolor paint, and you can also create effects that resemble markers. Here I'm just doing a flower drawing for demonstration purposes. I was really just trying them out for the first time, and I wanted to see what they could do as far as blending and such. You can use these pens alone, or you can use a separate paintbrush with water to create a much stronger watercolor effect. I like this a lot because my disability makes it difficult to keep track of separate tools for, paint brushes, water, towels, and so on. So having multiple tools combined into one like this makes things a lot easier for me. The colors blend together fairly well without water, but I would recommend using colors of the same family group, like light greens and dark greens together if you're blending them. I wouldn't go too far astray, like, say, pink or bright purple together, or black and something else together without water. Water is really what's going to help you blend them together. In this case, since I'm not using water, I tried to keep the colors as close as possible, but I did find out that putting purple on top of pink really doesn't blend too well. It just kind of sits on top of the original ink. So I think next time that I do this, I'm going to try the water system, which is to blend the colors with actual water, more like a painting instead of markers. But if you want to use these like markers, I would definitely recommend blending in the same family group. The one problem I had with these brush pens was the fact that there was no color naming system or color number system on the pens themselves, which made it difficult for me to tell the difference between which ones I had used and which ones I hadn't used, and which ones I would need to use again later on by sight alone. So I would recommend to the company that they come up with some kind of numbering system, or at least give them names to make it easier to tell the difference between them for memory purposes if we're doing larger projects with a lot of different colors. I was really pleasantly surprised by the pigmentation. As you can see in the drawing here, there really isn't any kind of skipping or patchiness or anything like that. The marker remained moist throughout the whole thing, and I think the colors themselves are pigmented enough to where even if you went over them with water, they would still maintain a bright, happy color if that's what you're going for. All in all, I was really happy with these pens. I wasn't sure what to expect, but with my disability, these work better for me than other water-based brush pens because they are shorter and They have one tip, and they are made of sturdy material that will hold up to the amount of time I plan to use them with my teeth. I know most artist companies are not thinking about people using them with their teeth, but some of us out there do have to do it that way, and it's really nice when we find things that we can use that won't break so fast. They're easier for me to hold in my mouth because the ends are solidly capped off, and by that I mean the back end of the pen has a round cap that is sort of flush with the pen's barrel, and that makes it a lot harder for it to pop off, and I find those to be much safer for me and for other people who have to use their mouths because there won't be such a choking hazard. I do think these pens are a good alternative for people with disabilities because they do combine so many different types of art into one tool, and also because the materials are sturdy. This 48 set of watercolor real brush pens by Arteza retails for $87, but you can actually find them for $37 on Amazon, and right now on arteza.com they are on sale for $30.99. In the future, I do plan to do a few speed drawing videos with these brush pens so we can see a little bit more variation of what they can do, whether being used with water or without water and so on. As always, if you like my videos, make sure you click the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching!